Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the 6th elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 3 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 3, Hanging Out in Town, Phonics practice on page 118. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Quick revision in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we did learn the differences between the words that we have U and has U in the middle and ends with E, and also the words that ends with U and E. And this is what we call the clevery. And also to understand this, we did the practice and we did listen to a couple of examples between these two sounds. So the first exercise we had last time where we said that we need to listen, to point at each of these words and to practice them as well. So now let's listen to the first sound, which is U and E sound that ends with a word that ends with E, where we can pronounce the U in a longer version, and also in the words that ends with U and E. So here, for example, on the first word, here we pronounce it as cube. Cube. Say after me, cube. And as for or regarding the other word that ends with U-E, we pronounce it as barbecue. Barbecue. So here we have cube, barbecue, cube, and barbecue. And we can see with both the first sound and the second sound that we pronounce the letter U in full as we come across them, especially when we have words that ends with E. And after this, we did an interesting exercise where I said that here, as you can see, you do have three different words, and what we need to do is to unscramble the letters of these words so we can write the exact and the right word. So as you can see here, for example, number 2, listen and number, then unscramble the letters and write. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to listen to these words, and after we listen, we need to unscramble the letters. And when we do unscramble the letters, it is time to put on your book to put the number of each of these words. So let's start by listening to the first word, and after this we can continue with the rest of the words so we can know what is the exact word when we unscramble the letters. So as you can see here, for the first word, here we have S and T, U and E, S and I. So this is regarding the first word. So if you have a look at this picture, what do you think this word might be? Let's listen, and when you listen, try to think of the letters that is written in the right order for this word. So the word for this picture is tissue. Tissue. Say after me, tissue. So how we write, or how we can write the word tissue? We can write it by starting with T, I, double S, U and E, ends with U and E, tissue. Now let's have a look at the second picture. Here we have, in the second picture, we have 4 letters, T, U, E, and C. And what we need to do here, we need to unscramble the letters so we may have a word that matches this picture. So let's listen to this word and try to think of the letters of this word. So the word for the second picture is cute. Cute. And how we write cute? We write cute like this. C-U-T and E. Cute. Now let's listen for the third one. The third word we have that has these letters, U, B, E, and L. And the word is blue. blue, which is the color blue. So here you go. These are the first three words that we did unscramble. First is tissue, cute, and blue. We still have three more. Let's have a look at the first one. So the first one has T. It must start with a T because it's written in capital, and also it represents this picture. Can you guess what this or what this word might be? Let's listen and we will find out. So the word for this picture is Tuesday. 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 Very good. So here we're talking about Tuesday, which is the day of the week. And listen how we pronounce U and E after the first letter. Tuesday. Now let's listen for the second word. The second word is, it talks about this animal and the size of this animal. So we can say that the size of this animal is huge. Huge. So here we said huge. See how we listen to how we pronounce U, that in a word that has U and ends with E. Huge. And the other word we have that has E, U, L, and G, which is glue. Glue. Say after me. Glue. Very good. So here you go. This is how we write the word glue. So here we have Tuesday, Tuesday, huge, and glue. And this will leave us with the last picture that we need to unscramble its letters, which is this picture. And the letters are U, Q, M, S, O, and E. So have a look at this picture. Can you tell or can you guess what this picture might be? As you guessed, it is a mosque. Mosque. It is a mosque. And notice here that here we have an exception, that this word may ends with UE, but they are kept silent as we pronounce this word as mosque. Very good. So not only unscrambling letters, but also we did unscramble words to form sentences. In this exercise we said that we need to unscramble the words and write the sentences, and we're going to begin with the capital letter. And of course, when we unscramble, the first word we will use is must or must have a capital letter, or must start with a capital letter. So now let's listen, let's read these words and try to unscramble them to have a full sentence. So the words are garden, have, barbecues, like, to, in, our, in, June, and we. And we said that usually when we do have a subject like we usually tend to start with this subject. So we did say that with the first example or the first sentence, the answer will be, we like to have barbecues in our garden in June. We like to have barbecues in our garden in June. Listen to how we pronounce the word barbecue and June. So here we must start with a subject pronoun. The second sentence, let's read the words that we need to unscramble to form the second sentence. So here we have the words gave, of, glue, my friend, me, huge bottle. So as we said, we need to start with a subject. And the subject we have here is my friend. So here we can say, my friend gave me a huge bottle of glue. My friend gave me a huge bottle of glue. Huge, glue, huge, glue. And this is, we can notice the difference between The words that ends with U and E, usually it is pronounced as U, and also the words that has U and ends with E with a letter between, and it is pronounced a little bit lighter than the last one, like huge. And after this, we did have another exercise where we said that we need to read these signs and try to practice them. So as for the first one here, can you have a look at this sign and tell me what does this sign mean? It is of course mean no parking, that you don't or you shouldn't park your car here. As for the second one, it says keep off grass, stay away from the grass. For number 3, here we have a skateboard and a no sign. So here we can say this means no skateboarding. As for the fourth one, there is a bicycle and also the no sign. Here we can say no bicycles. This sign means no bicycles. As for number 5, there is a person talking and also there is the no sign. And this one means no talking. Maybe you are in a library or in a public place. On number 6, we have library and an arrow head towards. It means that the library is on this way. As for number 7, here we have a sign that says, please switch off all mobile phone. Turn off all the mobile phones. Don't use them. And for number 8, do not litter. Do not litter. Do not throw any waste in the street. Do not litter. And as for number 9, no eating, no drinking. In this area, you're not allowed to drink or eat. As for the last one, number 10, of course, there is a ball and the no sign, which is no playing balls or no playing football. So this is all what we had in our last lesson. So now let's get to know our objectives in today's lesson. At the end of our lesson today, we hope that you can point and say the keywords with BL, BR, CL, and CR. And to do this, I would like you please to open your books on page 118. I would like you please to open on your books on page 118. On page 118, what we're going to do is we're going to read words with consonant blends. What do we mean by blends? Which is 2 letters that form a sound. So we're going to listen, we're going to say, we're going to point the keywords, and we practice them together. And let's start with the first blend. The first blend we had is a word that starts with B and L. Like, for example, block, block. And also another word that starts with this blend, B and L, is black, black, the color black. And then we have another color starts with the same blend, B and L, which is blue, blue. And then the last word we have with this blend is blanket, blanket. So these are the words that we have on the first blend, which is B and L. Let's listen to the other words. Here we have the first or the second blend we have that starts with BR, which is brush, brush. And the second word that has the same blend, which is bread, bread. And the third one with the same blend is brick, brick. And the fourth one, another color that starts with the blend of B and R, which is brown, brown. So these are the words that we start usually these blend with, which is the blend of B and R. Now let's listen to the other blend we have, which is, that starts with C and L. And the first word we have with this blend is clock, clock. And then the other blend that starts with C and L, which is cloud, cloud. And the next one, or the next word that starts with the same blend, which is C and L, which is the word clown, clown. And then the other words that starts with the same blend, which is C and L, which is the word clap, clap. So here we have the 4 words that we use usually when we use this blend, the blend that starts with C and L. Now let us move on to the 4th blend we have for our lesson today, which is C and R. And let's listen to the words that starts with this blend. And the first word we have here is crab, crab. Crab is the first word with this blend, C and R. Also, the other word, or the second word with this blend, which is crayon, crayon. And the third one, crocodile, crocodile, crocodile also. The third word and the last word we have for this blend, which is cry, cry. So these are all the words that we have for this blend. It is important that we can practice these words with each of these 4 blends. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.